Now to tonight's special report and the drought in regional Australia. But this is a drought not caused by a lack of rain, but a lack of data. More than 90% of Australia's population has access to 4G coverage, although that's concentrated around cities. In fact, 4G only covers 30% of our vast landmass. And that's a real problem for farmers who struggle with connectivity and communication in the paddocks. It's a black hole, they say, is holding them back from making the most of new technologies, and they want it addressed in this week's budget. National, rural and regional correspondent Dominic Schwartz reports from Moree in northwest New South Wales.
The cotton harvest at Keetar turns over tens of millions of dollars for Sundown Pastoral Company. The cotton, grain and beef producer has embraced digital agriculture, but it's not feeling the love in return.
So that one there is this picker up here?
Yeah, this picker on Google Earth. So we just click on the machine here.
Manager Nick Gillingham says the company has invested heavily in the latest technology to give it live access to its machines and data. At least that was the plan.
Waiting for machine response, is that usually what you get?
Yeah, and if our data speed's good enough, we'll get into the machine. If it's not, it just won't log in, it'll time out.
How frustrating is it that you have these problems with connectivity?
You shouldn't ask me that on camera. It's the most difficult thing that we deal with.
The area's wireless telecommunications tower is actually on Keetar, but it's not enough for Sundown to run its office just a few kilometres up the road, let alone to power its digital communications and technology across 250 square kilometres of property.
The 3G tower provides good voice communication. As for data transfer,
we have had to bypass the local tower and put up a big aerial and dishes on the roof of the office to go straight into the local town Moree, which is about 35 k's away. And and we're using a 4G tower there.
That's connected the office, Nick Gillingham says, but not the paddock, which can be costly. Take irrigation, for example. Soil moisture probes send data from the fields every 15 minutes. Not being able to upload or download that information can lead to the wrong watering decisions.
And being one day late in a 40+ degree heat wave, can cost you, a bale to 2 bales to the hectare. Which
for Sundown can add up to millions of dollars. Cotton Australia and the National Farmers Federation want a budget commitment of at least $60 million every year to fix mobile black spots, and a pledge from government to make rural communications a top priority.
It's absolutely critical if we're heading towards an agricultural industry of $100 billion farm gate by 2030.
It really is going to drive agriculture into the future and keep us competitive with the rest of the world.
The federal government, however, is looking to the heavens. The National Broadband Network's second Sky Muster satellite went into full operation last week. The Regional Communications Minister, Senator Fiona Nash, says a trial is now underway which could see satellite receivers available for farm machinery. While welcome, the NFF says Sky Muster is not a silver bullet.
So it's really important that we keep working to improve not just NBN satellites and what that's providing for most of the farmers in Australia, but also keep looking at Wi-Fi coverage and how we can actually improve that.
Moree Plains Shire Council is now working on building its own communications network. Sundown's David Statham also wants to keep moving and has his eye on driverless tractors.
All those innovations are useless to us unless we've got reliable connectivity.
For once, farmers are hoping the government does have its head in the cloud. Dominic Schwartz, ABC News, Moree.